a body. Welcome to Kiy NY. Get a sound check. Greetings, greetings. All right, on a different device. I don't see. All right, let me make sure my volume's moving. Just seen something in recent news, and it's in connection to some things I was talking about. So it's coming on to a quick live, could during a late lunch. So I want to show some things that's going on. It has to do with the Trump administration. Part of what I've been talking about too with the illegal immigration, but with this, it's saying it's too expensive to get them out. So it sounds like the U.S. is on some cheaper to keeper. So we'll see what's going on with that. I have an article and video that I wanted to show. Also, something I just saw, I was like, I didn't even know about this. So the YSL trial, haven't been watching it as much, but I was about to be a little more back into it. They're on break right now, but with the new judge they have, Judge Whitaker, she had said a racial slur, and the reason for it was because it was in the lyrics of a song. So it got me to thinking about some things that I was wondering how people feel on, and some changes like that I know I've been thinking about as far as the N word. So wanted to share some thoughts on that. Won't be on long. All right. So like I was mentioning, let me get this camera to. Oh, okay. I know it's. Hold on. What I'm doing is I'm working on StreamYard, but I'm on a different device. I thought I had it straight. I'm trying to show you guys in a opposite camera view how. Mm, my bad. I don't. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Why did that come up? Hmm. Maybe I might have to end it and come back in. It's not making sense. We can start now. Greetings. Anyone that hung in there, I appreciate it. I was off for a good while. Dropped people off as soon as they came in. But there's only one way to do it than to learn. So it has some things have to just be done in real time. That's like the only way to. Whew. Yeah. So what I was intending to talk about while they were on break too with the YSL trial was Judge Whitaker had said a well-known racial slur, the N-word, and the reason it was said was because it was due to song lyrics. So I for one don't feel like it's necessary. It's overused word, and I'm getting like I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like with people feeling like they have to apologize when they use it. How about we just not use the word? So I put a poll question in the chat. Should we just do away with the word altogether? I thought it was actually kind of funny. I just want to show a clip from that real quick. I had no idea that had happened.
I have asked you to review photos taken during the execution of that search warrant, and I've also asked you to review Investigator Storno's notes or report, correct?
That's correct.
And you were kind enough to do that for me, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, excellent. And Mr. Atkins, if I could have your help display.
I'm checking on them to see when they're going back live. So my bad, that's not even the one I was looking for. This is it.
Dope.
Well, I mean, they're talking about drinking.
Right.
Boy, you still drinking? Where you at? I gotta do it for boo. These niggas lacking. Like, they're not.
Right.
Yo, it was worse. He replaced the N-word.
All right.
Boy, you still drinking? Where you at? I gotta do it for boo. These niggas lacking. About drinking.
Right.
Boy.
Oh. The way she said it too, but that's, I mean, in a way, it's like, it's kind of like that's what we get, like that we get it either way. So, she was apologizing, and there was more recent backlash about it. So that's why I just put the question in there too, because sometimes you think something's over with and it's not. I myself didn't know about it till a little while ago, and I had grabbed a couple of articles that had to do with I'm not trying to say they had to do with it too. There was one here. It was MSN. It said a judge in the YSL RICO trial has apologized for saying the N-word in open court. A recent hearing in the case. I hope all is well to anyone that comes in or catches the replay, or reactions, comments, or participation, things like that do really help the channel. I'm gonna put up a picture too. I just got my newsletter through email from YouTube, so that was looking pretty good. Matter of fact, hang on a second. Yeah, I just took a picture of it. It was, oh. Yeah, so that's why I'm looking for that. That's what I was looking at. And it went back to some thoughts that I was having recently too, just about words that we use, and like we get offended by words that we want to have exclusively for certain groups. And it's probably going to still be ongoing debate about using it or not. But this is an example of how she apologized, and then there's people saying things about it and stuff like that when she didn't realize. She said that it was even coming up in the lyrics that she was reading. This, I'm not holding y'all. I'll just be quick stream. But Judge Paige Reese Whitaker expressed her regret for not taking the time to read over social media. I can hold this better too. Social media posts submitted as evidence before reading it to the courtroom. I was reading out loud, basically, saying it was my eyes, saying it as my eyes were going over it for the first time, she said in her explanation, which surfaced in a clip on social media. I read out the word niggas, which I hope that was not offensive to anyone. It was certainly not meant to be offensive to anyone. So there we have it. But like I said, stuff don't be over. But the trial, they're on break right now. That just was funny to me. I don't know, but it just still goes to what I've been feeling lately, like making a change. Not that I run around saying it, but I don't feel I need the power of saying it versus someone else saying it. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I would like to know your thoughts on that. I'm trying to work on my options for the camera in the meantime. So yeah, when it comes to the N word, it's like it's used, but it's used exclusively for. It may not sit. Yeah, I'm still gonna work on all my angles too with the camera, so just so y'all know. I kind of messed up early in the stream because I didn't get it quite right. Matter of fact, hold on a second. Let me add it back on. Orientation settings. What are you talking about? Let me see. Maybe I should start this over. I had some issues early on, right off bat. Alright, here we are. It's not saying anything. Almost got it. Today been kind of off with stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on with my stuff. Gotta run it. Studio. I know how to get back into the studio. That's the main issue. I should be able to be heard. Can't be seen. This is what it's on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Give y'all a little music. Oh, it's considering me to. All right, I'm a guest. What? All right. Oh, all right. Hang on. I'm on stage, right? All right. So we do got a vote in there. I was wondering, I'm like, come on, can y'all put a vote in there? All right. We can do something with turn the background down. All right. Kind of starting now. Then welcome to Kiy NY. Thank you for being here. Please answer the poll too. I asked the question, should the N-word be banned entirely? And it's not like, oh, you know, you don't have a right of freedom of speech. It's just, you know, should we just get rid of it, or are you just like, you know, are you just over it? And it's just like, just, you know, if you're gonna use it, use it. For me, I'm kind of like tired of the whole thing. I don't really have a view on it. I don't have a view on it one way or the other too much more now. You either have a certain level of hate and you know, or appreciation for black people, people of true African descent. So when somebody says it, or even if they slip up and say it, it don't like trigger nothing. So I don't know. Just curious to know. I had this set up a little bit different. Okay, never mind. All right, let me turn that down. Some of y'all thoughts are on that. Also, as far as with Trump, I was talking about the mass deportation, and that's what a lot of people were looking for and looking forward to. Um, Let me turn it. I gotta turn the cam back around. So now they're saying that it's gonna cost like $300 billion just to make this happen. So I'm wondering what your thoughts are on that too. Um, it seems to me like it was way more, and logically thinking, it would cost way more keeping the immigrants. So now we're hearing pushback from certain states, stating how much is going to cost, but not just cost the state that a lot of them are in, because it's basically New York, it's Illinois. If y'all are in the area or know of another state, can you say so I could look into it? Like I said, it's New York that's been highly affected. Texas gave pushback, but I know they still have some immigrants probably that still snuck in. Um, Chicago mainly, and people are complaining about it, and it's been an issue. It's been a problem. But at the same time, it feels like they're going back on what they said they were going to do. At first, it was more so. Hang on. At first, it was more so. Let me see. Oh, I don't have it up there right. Hang on. I'm on a different device, so I'm kind of fiddling with the audio and different things. Pardon me. It's being really weird too. Oh, oh, it's not letting me show it. What is going on? Hmm. All right, it's not showing up. I guess I'll just have to come back on. I'm having too many problems. All right, I guess I'll have to try it again. I have to troubleshoot it. I guess it has to be live. I don't know the other way to do this. So it's for live streaming. So yeah, I apologize. I'm gonna waste your time. Hope to see you back. Peace. Check, check. Check, check. All right, I think I'm on and popping now. All right, I came back in. I said bye, but I came back in, and there's people still in here, so that's cool. Appreciate y'all, except for the racist pigs that try to come through. Yeah, your maker got you. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna try this again so I can show what I wanted to show, basically about Trump and what he's saying now versus I do have some votes, so we're gonna just continue back in. Let me see. I wanted to go back to the camera, then I'll turn it around. Oops. Just wait a minute. I just had all of this there. Guess share. I know what it is. It's this share. I know I was supposed to have this. I have it. I don't know what's going on right now again. Settings. So, okay, if I'm on here. All right, I have oh, duh. All right, I did my audio test so I can come back out. This was my newsletter. 245 plus new subscribers, 107,000.8 total views, 85,000 minutes watched. I appreciate it. So everyone that did help those numbers even exist, appreciate it. All right, I just got out of the thing that I didn't mean to click out of. Wow. Here we go. Appreciate y'all for hanging in there. We can get rid of the idiots. It was raised by animals that, then we're gonna go there with you, your smell. Trump's mass deportation plan could cost $300 billion. Advocacy group says. So I want to play a clip from there now.
Care Advantage. San Mateo County's only locally managed Medicare Advantage plan.
I clicked off the tab. So in the meantime, President-elect Donald Trump's promise of mass deportation has some immigrants across the country fearing the worst. Yeah, I see what you're saying about the rappers and stuff. What I'm saying is it's still used, but it just seems like keeping control over it isn't helping anything. Like, what is the point in just, you can say it, but someone else can't? I'm like,
making immigrants around the country very nervous.
I will launch the largest deportation program in American history.
So far, Trump has given no details about his plans. Political analysts believe Trump's administration will start by targeting undocumented immigrants who have criminal convictions. Donald Trump has also in the past proposed revoking citizenship and ending birthright citizenship, something that would affect millions of people.
Mass deportations will be devastating to the economy, to this country, to families. One of the plans is job site raids. And if it gets to that point, people will be caught up in the system. And how will they know who's an immigrant and who's not?
Now, the American Immigration Council, which is a nonpartisan advocacy group, estimates that Donald Trump's immigration proposal will cost taxpayers more than $300 billion.
The election.
Yeah, any thoughts on that one there? I feel like wouldn't it be more costly to keep them? So I was surprised at that and the amount that they're.
San Mateo County's only locally managed Medicare Advantage plan for residents with Medicare and
Yeah, that's why I keep premium on YouTube. I don't have like any commercials at all. But on other sites, you never know what's going on. Avoid that. So, yeah, so that's what I have for that. Peace, chaos. So I'm thinking y'all can hear me all right, and everything, right? I'm having just a little bit of issues, and I need to move the. I'm working on the camera. I'm working on different things that's in here, a different device, but I'm just. There's a lot of stuff in here. Let me go into and it's all right. So, and there's no way for me to comment. That's weird. So, how would you even do anything or invite and stuff like that? That's interesting. Okay. All right. So, they must still have to do something for mobile because what I'm trying to do isn't really working out still. I had issues for the first. I just really had to start over from 5 minutes ago. I probably should have just got off and came back on, maybe. So I'm starting to feel like. How are y'all doing too in the meantime? I'll have to time my brain. Oh man. Okay. Just run it down. Let me look, because if y'all left me enough votes at least to get it going, I'll stay on. If not, I can come back on. Just do more things. I keep messing up. I think that has. Well, I gotta troubleshoot, y'all, and there's only one way to do it. I can't help it. All right, so this is what I'll do. I'll still at least read the what votes I did receive. So should the N word be banned? So basically, I'm just asking, should we just do away with the name with the N word, whether you say, nigger or nigga with an A at the end? Should we just do away with it? Okay, most of y'all say yeah. 67% say yes. 17% said no. Keep it for certain group use. 17% also agreed to that. So it's a tie between no, don't ban it. And you're still saying don't ban it, but specifically leave it for a certain group. So that's neck and neck, 17% on both of those. Should the N word be banned entirely is winning with yes as the answer. So 67%. So yeah, that's cool. That works. Yeah, because I was just curious to know how y'all feel about that. Because I know, like I said, personally, the word is starting to, it doesn't, it seems, getting choked up. It seems to have more of a, what am I trying to say? More of a hold if we give it that, if we make it that, which we don't necessarily have to do. So there's that. And then when someone slips up and says it, it's like, now that's a problem. If someone says it intentionally too, it's a problem. But yet we have it all through our music. Well, not all our music, but just certain mostly rap songs. So much that sometimes it rolls off the tongue without you even realizing it. There was a song I was playing. Down for My Ends, right? And that was by C Murder. And it's a song that gets you hyped. Like it's a good, I don't know, I think it's a good fun song. And with it, I'll check the back stage in a second. With it was I was singing it again. And while I was singing it, I started feeling like a white woman or something, because it's like I don't want to keep saying it. Like I don't want to use it. Like whoever created it, if they want that word, they can have it. If you want that word, you can have it. So that's just where I stand with that. And I'm just surprised at all these deportation rules that have to do with Trump. So let me see that. I never did this one before on this mobile. Okay. All right. Chaos Rain Show. All right, I'm trying to get you in. Let me know when you're in. Just say something, okay?
I'm in.
All right, cool. How are you?
Yeah. We got the
Good.
vertical, what they call the vertical stream. You know, say everybody got a cell phone that can see shape just like a cell phone. It's so cool. I don't think I can have that. I think I use my phone to live stream, and I don't live stream my phones often, personally. In my opinion, just me. But I like to be in a comfortable space when I do this. I take this live stream serious, you know.
Yeah. It
And
does help though to go vertical too. You want to kind of try out some changes too.
Yeah.
That helps with the seriousness too with live streams, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Works for me. Mm-hmm.
I believe. Oh, do you get my
Something
last?
you want to add?
Yeah, I would say, do you get my last chat from the previous stream about you have reached the milestone after doing YouTube now? You have hit the 1K mark. Understand?
Oh, right.
Yes.
No, I don't think I saw it, but I know I mentioned it in the live. Yeah.
Okay.
The little community tab. Yep.
Well, the only thing now is the watch time, which is going to be easy to attain now because they lowered requirements for last, I think, year. But regardless of that, no, you do your thing. I'm Kai. Mr. Windtaker, is he from New York? That man sound familiar, Judge Windtaker.
No, it's a woman. Yeah,
Oh,
remember first it was a black man, Judge Glanville. Now it's Whitaker. Yeah, I keep thinking it's somebody else too, but it keep being a white woman. That's what Judge Whitaker. Page is her first name.
Well, there was one particular woman. Was it Sports ESPN? She slipped up and said the N word. I don't think she gained backlash from it. I could be wrong. Forgot her name again. This is recent.
Yeah, it was just a few days ago.
I want when Trump get office now. White people feel so indulgent. I want to use the word nigger. And our black people get scared. Say, oh my God, you're gonna bring back the real white person. Well, they were always here, people. Do you want them to say behind
I
your
think
back?
we gotta watch it on the streams too. I'm not really sure they say that. Do you watch it on your stream?
Do I watch it?
Watch the N word being used?
It's been used loosely amongst black folks mostly.
No, I'm asking your channel.
Oh, do I use
like
it?
How you was just whispering it? Like, like how do you do with yours? How do you feel about it?
Oh, I think that this word is problematic, and I stopped using it at one time in my life. I got comfortable using it in the last maybe over a decade, maybe more than that. Right. And for reasons why, and I have to really think constantly why. It's hard to explain it. I don't know. It's just my mood, or is it? I got to a point where I see most of our people at a certain point, and I just start using it. Like sometimes not loosely, but on occasions.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to say that remember the European emphasized and used this N-word when they were going to do something to black folks. You get me? And in return, black people now got comfortable and they said it should be our word, which okay. But the problem is, when you want to set a precedent that the word should be no longer used, you have to be firm on it. There cannot be not one group of our group, anybody use it. If we want to be serious, that this should be no longer be used at all, period, from no man or woman, But I think with Europeans, especially when I'm talking about white folks, people don't know, it's colder, that there's certain things they still want to have the luxury to say because they have a certain mentality. I don't know if I want to call it reprobate mentality, but in their mind, they live in a country where it's like I was in their genetic nature said I gotta show that I'm better. I had to show some form of abuse. You get me? In some way, and use that word. I feel more empowered if I slip up, And I want to go back some days to use that word on these people, on our folks, comfortably. Hey, think about it, Kai. Because you in New York, we're in the East Coast. We're around people that are not mostly like white, English, Anglo-Saxon whites. We're around Spanish people that are white, right? They use the N-word around us all the time. We use it to them. And a lot of black people don't have no problem with it. And I say, ain't that something? But you don't want the regular Caucasoid from America, but you want some of that Spanish that is actually white and Jason to use it. You have no problem with that. I find that very foreign, don't you?
Say that.
I find foreign any person that's white. Spanish people are white too. You see some that live in the Bronx or anything that are actually white. They call and use the N-word as well. And black people have no problem with
it. Okay.
Ain't that something? But
some it's like it seems like even with that, it's like we're divided with our views on that. Some feel like they're cousins. Some feel like, oh, well, they're brown, we're black. So it depends, because some people they're not offended by it. And I think it's about how you use it. But if we just give it less power, like less value as an N-word, like I think that would just be better, because I'm honestly kind of tired of seeing Caucasians or non-blacks in general walking on eggshells about the name. When if it's not used like that, who cares? Like, they can't sing the song in front of us. We wait and be like, oh, don't you say that part. And I was always like slighted about it. Like, I don't like, why do we use this? Why is it being used so much though? What is it for? And it feels all right using it. But then when I see stuff like this, it's like, it just makes me feel like it's a word that could just either go, or we can just let it lose its power and just, I don't know, just like get over, get past, and get on to something else.
Well, I would say it always starts at home, but it needs to go broader than within the house, because we're gonna be around the world where people are gonna, let's be honest, that's either our hue color or a little lighter, that is, let's say, Spanish, will be comfortable using it, and we had to be put in the back seat, say what one can do, and we're around others that, so we had to sit there and say, I feel comfortable, you don't use that word. It's very complex. You get me?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's very, and I'm not saying that we should not confront it, but it gets very icky and fishy. Other people are so accustomed to it, they look at you for and say, wait, you have a problem using the N-word? You didn't have a problem when I was around you as friends or something for years now. Now you have a problem now? You get what I'm saying? But it's how you try to make a stance, because if we're gonna be serious saying that, this word needs to be, put to bed, maybe being the best example will be a start, but it needs to be more broader. You get me? I could go back and try to refrain myself if I try to will myself to stop use it, maybe, and that might be a start. But like I said, I'm amongst wolves that think otherwise, and it's going to slip up eventually. No, I would say the best approach is to change the circle, but most nowadays, unless you're comfortable with someone and they're friend and they're there for you, and they do, you and him have really, or he or she, wherever relationship is tight, it's hard for me to say just end it because of that. I mean, yeah, personally. But it's a good question to put out there, because now that we see Trump in office, we see a lot of black people get uncomfortable. I heard some black people going to Canada and all this nonsense, and I say,
right?
Yeah, I see videos of that. Them stupid stuff,
crying and moving.
And I'm thinking, they say, you people are not going to relinquish your United States citizenship. So going to another country for 4 years and come back, what that says, what that really speaks to. I know one content creator did that when Trump got office first time. She took wherever all her kids to South America, or was it Mexico? Some part down like another country for a period of time, and then she came back. I'm not sure when they came back, but came back after, or maybe before the president got their office.
Yeah.
I'm not down with that personally. I know how America functions already.
Uh-huh.
You two as well. And I'm not a proponent that you just run away from your problems. Because if you're truly a black man, black woman in America, FDA or not, last thing you want to be focused on is if you're going to escape and leave and go away from your problems, that's make legit sense. I cannot be moved and make decisions because I'm going to be around an environment amongst people that don't like me and they're going to call me the N-word. That's not logical. Personally, this is me. But everybody, and they feel that they got to be around people that won't save face and make them feel uncomfortable because they're black. Then I would tell most black people, you need to get out of your delusional bubble and get out fast. I think most black people will be more productive when people show their true color. Do you agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I agree. I always like seeing people's true colors.
Because why would people want somebody that's fake? I don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing you want to be around is people that's fake friends, fake people you don't know. You want to know who's real around you. Because they're fake, they'll do 10 times worse behind your back to stab you back or do some worse if they are fake. So you don't want to be around fake people. This is me. We hear the story. We hear the notion that we're gonna be around people that you can either trust or don't trust. It's not like we have say keep my enemies close, keep my enemy, and keep my friends close, keep my enemies closer. That type of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
You have some oppositions in life. Is who you decide you're going to give your energy and time to. That is even respectful for it. And I think a lot of black people they just look for friends. And the non-black friends, if they look for more of them, the better in their mind. And I'm looking for people that that's among the group that we do something for each other and all this stuff, and we work harmoniously. I look for somebody outside the group for validation. That's a self-esteem issue. You shouldn't look at outward, you should look at inner. Because the outward is not looking for your best interests. Just like I hear the story right now that Trump said he's going to give reparations to certain white folks about, I think it's an education. This nonsense, and a lot of black people get in their feelings. And I'm saying, what do you expect? He is a man. He is looking for the best interest of his people. That's America. Most policies that's put in place, Kai, is always looking for the best interest of the people, the majority people in the country. Then look for the best interest of people that are the minority or the small percentage, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that if let's say if we had another person in office, you think it's gonna be different? No, they said at least it will stop the bleeding. No, the bleeding is here. You want to stop the bleeding permanently. However, so you don't stop the bleeding permanently, you're eventually gonna bleed out. You won't bleed out fast, but you're eventually gonna bleed out because nothing stopped. So that's my thinking. Like I said, I watched the political process. I know Trump is going to deport a few people that's really illegal, and he might, and his people that's put in place now, that's the Supreme Court, Muslim Republicans, they might start putting rules now and legislation to now remove that the anchor baby situation in America. They might start doing that now. And to be honest with you, when I look outside America, there's no such thing as anchor babies outside America.
I'm about to say, what does that stand for? Because I don't get.
Well, from what I can recall, and we have AI. AI could probably explain better, but let's go and let's think logically about this. And put the mic close to myself. Anchor baby is someone that comes to this country, was pregnant, and give birth here, and on this soil, the anchor where the anchor place, this child is deemed a person that is part of this soil, this land, because it came and the mother gave birth here.
Okay.
Only America has this. Outside America, they don't. There's no such thing as anchor babies. If your parents are from that country, you give birth in that country, your parent, wherever your nationality your parents are, you are that nationality. Which makes sense, unless there is like citizenship, we had to fight for citizenship. That's different. But there's no due process in America when it comes to if you're pregnant and you come have children, your children could be naturalized citizens in the soil. It don't exist outside America. And let's say you have a kid, I have a kid, right? We go to another country, right? I'm using an example now, mind you, listen. And you give birth in Mexico, right? The child that is an offspring between you and me or whatever, right, is not Mexican. It'll be deemed American. Because both of us are American citizens. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So our child would not be respected and deemed as a Mexican citizen unless it probably goes through the process and all stuff. Maybe you can get that, but they will not grant that child that because it was anchored to that soil a Mexican. You got to go back to the origin, get an actual birth certificate in America and say this is your child. You know, so. And that's how it's supposed to work anyway in all countries, really. Because if America's the only one, then that tells you there's a big red flag in that. Because everything should be consistent all across borders, in my opinion, Kai. But we know how systems work in all countries, not yet, not all one nation yet, like that. Maybe if it's one nation, that's gonna be a different scenario. You get it? But right now, we're all spread out and separate now. And every country has their own rules and regulations. So that's Anchor, baby. I hope that was clear. As clear as possible as I can be.
Yeah, I forgot. And now it sounds really familiar. I haven't heard anybody use it. So when you use it, I was like, yeah, let me ask.
Yeah.
So I can know. Yeah. All right. That was cool. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Appreciate your input on that. Had so much difficulties too, but that's okay because it had to be worked out. Technical stuff. So kind of roughed up my flow a bit. But yeah, I appreciate it. Sound like you having a late lunch today.
No, I'm eating something now. I'm just gonna step away
Yeah.
for a few minutes. I'm sorry if I'm eating. I'm trying to refrain. I'm not sure how good the mic is. Listen up, but hold on.
Okay.
1 second.
That's okay. I'm gonna be wrapping it up anyways. But I appreciate you, Chaos Rain from the Chaos Rain Show.
And lastly, I do want to say about too expensive.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if he's gonna mass deport millions of people that was imported by the millions in the last 4 years. And my biggest concern is one, how you gonna accomplish that, and two, how are you gonna be paying for that? Because that's another expense. It's definitely an expense. Remember, they could do that in slavery to deport a whole lot of black folks after the end of enslavement. Because one, they want the labor, and two, it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, I know I didn't really think of the cost being like that. I still think they're exaggerating it because I feel like this. Like they're exaggerating the cost, and I could be wrong partially, but I think they're exaggerating the cost as a form of pushback. Like, hey, leave them here. See, it's better. Like, just we'll work it out. And it's like, no, hell no.
So hell no.
I don't know. It just seemed like every time I turn around, someone's getting in the way, or there's like a big statement being made. There's a headline coming out, like, but, not so fast. And it's just making me feel like, oh my goodness. But I shouldn't be surprised because just when you think you know, something can happen, there's still other hands that things have to be passed through or signed off on, you know. So yeah, so I guess now, and that's probably why the narrative now from the Republican Party is they're saying they're going to deport the immigrants that are having criminal records, that are, you know, committing crimes. Before, it just sounded like all of them, whoever's illegal, you know, but now they're saying, well, the bad ones. So maybe that's part of why they're kind of toning it down a little bit too, because I don't know, they need more power, and it sounds like possibly money to really do this thing. Yeah. So we'll see. Oh my gosh. This is big though. This is big for the country. We got to see how this is going to play out. They already rejected the EBT cards, so you know they already put in a lot of stipulations in New York. I know I could say, Chicago, a lot. Yeah, so it's like you're taking away their funds already anyway. So what are they going to do now? And if anything, chaos. Speaking of chaos, can break out. So they better get it together.
Well, we all know New York, how New York functions. Well, I don't know much, but I would say, I'll guess, not assume, that they're gonna put the parameters necessary to really handle these issues. Cause one thing, once you start pulling the money, There's only two things going to happen, Kai. Men are going to go somewhere else to really be economically viable, or they're going to sit there and just turn to crime, which is going to end them being dead or being in prison. Which most likely, if these are non-black people that's going to have to be here just to live off New York, as expensive New York is, I think they're going to turn the out around, especially if they're a person that got here illegally or something. The last thing they want to do is resort to crime, unless they're criminals already, which most of them I'm hearing rumor that the ones that came out the border were a good chunk of them were criminals already. So what New York's going to do, they're just going to put the clamp down. And because Trump's in there, they're going to have to, because he's going to send a memo to a lot of these states and law enforcement that I want these people, do what you need to do. You have my consent, and they're going to do what they're going to do. The only issue with a lot of black folks that get afraid of this is that they're going to say they're going to do more frisking, they're going to do all this stuff. But I'm saying, but wait, they've been doing that already to a lot of black people already. You think they won't stop frisking you if you're children in the streets? If they're white and you're black, they're going to have a feast trying to antagonize your children and you as an adult. That's how it is. I mean, I hear too much stories what goes on in New York, right? And East Coast, not much. I don't know, but it's much more deeper in New York because it's more of a city. So I expect it that if you're going to be out in these streets and know what time it is, the only thing you do is move smart, swiftly, and intelligent. Don't move like you have you don't have no goddamn sense. You get me? That's the only way you're going to survive this, you know. Besides that, no black person should feel comfortable, regardless who's in office, to relieve them of racism. You get me? I don't know why black people think, a lot of black people still believe racism is over. That's a certain age, probably our age, maybe a generation younger, decade younger, whoever is. And I'm saying, well, you're going to understand the world really works once you see the real beast come out, you know, and you're not going to be prepared. You're just not going to be prepared because your parents or wherever society has told lied to you, and now you have to catch up, which is very dangerous at this point. All right, I got to go. I'll talk to them.
Thanks for coming up.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace. All right, y'all. So like I said, I'm wrapping this up now. Thanks for coming through and bearing with me as I'm working out some different devices with my stream and everything. So I appreciate that and appreciate y'all answering in the poll. Looks like we got a couple more votes just now. Should the N-word be banned entirely? Still winning by saying yes. Most of y'all say yes, the N-word should be banned entirely. So that's 75% of y'all. At 12% is saying no, the N-word shouldn't be banned entirely. And saying 12% as well, saying keep it for certain group use. And I was thinking black folks, or, because that's usually, they could say it. Or you might think the racist groups, they're the ones that created it, right? So, yeah, I guess is what it is. They created the word. My thing is they can have it. But thanks, y'all. Next time I will have everything we're all set and up and running and ready to go, and my algorithm should be smooth and better and stay consistent, because that's what I'm aiming towards. Adding variety to ensure that I'm giving the best of my streams. So I'm not going to just sit at home and just sit, you know what I'm trying to say, sit, on a certain type of platform that we've been doing for years. Chaos knows. But, got to switch it up a bit. And I'm reaching more people, so I appreciate y'all reaching back. So again, thanks y'all all for coming through. And I'm Kiy NY. Thank you. Peace.